everyone, I hope you're all doing well today. Today, my very first big video. I really wanted to talk about the game that left a big impression on me. Bravefrontier. Some of you may or may not know this game, but with this video, I hope to bring you some beautiful memories for you. Simply speaking, when the game means so much for so many players back in the days. So let's not waste time and dive into it. So, what is bravefrontier? Beautiful name, by the way. Alright, so bravefrontier was a Japanese gacha game first released in July 2013 by the developer Harim. And a few months later, it came out worldwide, published by Gumi. Gumi. To talk a bit about the story, you are a summoner with the power to call spirits from the past, and your mission is to save the world with the help of other summoners and the clumsy goddess. As the game progresses, new tweets appear, new storyline unfold, new world open up, and so on. Nothing really revolutionary with this standard, but back then, I would say the story was really captivating for a gacha game. But what really made it special in my opinion was the lore of the player bearing it. The spirit from the past and how they were all connected. And by player bearing it, I mean a lot of them. Like around 1,800 units, you will hit all of the evolution. But we'll get into that part later. Speaking of units, you might be wondering what they use for, right? Or maybe not. But of course, the answer is fighting. The gameplay might seem simple at first, but there was actually a lot of tutoring involved thanks to the incredible variety between units. So, to summarize, you build a party of 6 units, one of which is a friend or another player unit. Each battle consists of multiple waves, and at each wave, there's a boss to defeat. To attack with the unit, all you need to do is to tap at the button space. Pretty simple, right? But here comes the fun part. Every unit has a skill called Brave Burst, which you can only use when your Brave Burst coach is full. Trigger it by collecting Battle Crystal, which drop when attacking. There's also different types of Brave Burst you can use depending on your unit, like healing, giving buff, damage reduction, and many more. Timing is so very important, like if several units hit the same target at the same time, will trigger what is called a spark, which will boost your damage. Very nice. There's also a lot more mechanics too, like elemental affinities, usable item, leader skill, and so on, but I think you get the gist of it. I know this mad battle really diverse with some being unfortunately hard, but also super rewarding, especially the trios will face NCFP strong opponent, like but I'm getting carried away. Back to the game content, there was a lot to do, like progressing through the story, taking hard challenge, do co-op content with the player, and so more. But now, that's all nice and fun. But how do I get all of those amazing units you want to play with? Well, to no surprise, it's a gacha game, so you have to pay for them. And thus began my gacha addiction. Thank you, bravefrontier. Curiously, the rate were pretty insane back then. If I remember correctly, something like 5% for feature unit, and you had the 10% to get the 5-star, which was the, I guess, best rate back then. Since bravefrontier was one of the first mobile gacha of its kind, I would say it was pretty hard to say if those rates were good or not, but looking back now, they were super generous, right? Yes, I'm looking at you 1% rate with 50-50 chance to get what you want. Once you get your new shiny unit, you still had to pray for the best type to get. Yep, another layer of RNG. How fun, right? Every unit had several stats like heal, attack, death, and recovery. And depending on its type, one stat will be higher than normal and one lower. For example, you could get a breaker type, which will give you more attack but less defense, which is pretty great for glass cannon unit, for example. But then there was something nobody wanted, the Oracle type. or record type. More recovery, but at the cost of death. Not our. Luckily, the chance to pair that were lower than the type, but still, you know how it's go. We are prepared for what you don't want to, right? All you had, you whatever you need. The next step was to level them up and evolve them. And oh my gosh, there was so many evolutions in this game, and they were all so gorgeous. Think about Ghost, for example. What the starter unit? Nothing too crazy, right? Simple, not looking very strong, but then later, look at that. Look, look. On that, on that, on that. Ahem, pardon my excitement. Anyway, most of the art and sprite were absolutely stunning. For me, there was one other game, Quidditch Strength, alongside the rich lore, fun gameplay, and ton of content to enjoy. But all good things must come to an end, right? Unfortunately, bravefrontier shut down all servers in April 2022, which was really sad. There was a sequel called bravefrontier 2 that existed in Japan, but it never had the same success as the original. But maybe we'll talk about that in another video. I still have so much I want to say about this game and its universe, but I will save that for later. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if it brought you any good memories, that make me very happy. It was a game that meant a lot to me, and I think it meant a lot to many of us. For many players, it was also their first Gacha game, and now, well, we all stuck in this Gacha hell, right? Anyway, thank you for watching. Also, there's a fun project called bravefrontier Recorded, currently in development, aiming to revive the game, so if you're interested, definitely check it out. I wish the team the best of luck, and I can't wait to try to play bravefrontier again. As for me, I will see you in the next video about another Gacha game. Don't forget to like and share the video if you enjoy it, and I will see you next time. Bye bye!